The biggest gaming acquisition was Bethesda's. Oh, the biggest previous gaming acquisition was Bethesda's at 7 billion. And yeah, Microsoft was the one that acquired Bethesda. Yeah. You know what? No more delay. Let's just talk about it. Guys, if you don't know, Microsoft is acquiring Activision Blizzard for almost $70 billion. I didn't even know that was a thing they could do. I know they're a rich company. I didn't know they could drop $70 billion on a games publisher. I just didn't think they could do that. That is freaking insane. That is crazy. Antitrust people, wait, hold up, for real. But yeah, like, look at this image that Kevin sent. Pretty funny. This is the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. So you get, for your PC and your console, Gold, Xbox Live Gold, EA Play, Ubisoft, Spotify Premium, Amazon Prime, Netflix, HBO Max, Disney Plus, Crunchyroll Premium, Discord Nitro, PlayStation Plus, Nintendo Switch Online, and Pornhub Premium. All with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. Honestly, it's it's crazy how many different subscription services there are, but it is all part of things becoming increasingly about services that you pay monthly for rather than one-off payments. And in a way, it's sort of, I just think, like, is this a very odd place we're at right now where there are so many services that we're paying for on a monthly basis? But then I think back to, having to pay your bill to watch TV, and, it essentially has just been replaced with having Netflix, HBO Max, Disney Plus, maybe you have YouTube Premium as well. It's kind of just been replaced by having all of those subscriptions, so the price probably matches up as well. But yeah, no, it's a lot. It's really a lot of stuff to get into ultimately, and to have to keep paying monthly for. But this is where we're at right now. I don't know if eventually the floor is gonna cave in on all of this stuff, but as long as they keep producing stuff that people want to continue paying for, I guess it works. Welcoming the incredible teams and legendary franchises of Activision Blizzard to Microsoft Gaming. So I did say in the title, Microsoft paid how much for Call of Duty? It's not just Call of Duty they get. They get Overwatch, Diablo, World of Warcraft, Candy Crush, which, I mean, that kind of came out of nowhere. StarCraft. Like, they get these games, and I saw someone asking, I think it was Sachin, was asking, does it mean that these games become Xbox exclusives? Most likely not, but they will get exclusive perks, such as being able to have a game only be on their console for maybe the first year before it goes to PlayStation and maybe the Switch. Exclusive DLC. There will be benefits to being in the Xbox ecosystem, whether that be through having an Xbox Series X or Series S or playing on the PC. And you'll also get access to Game Pass, which will probably unlock access to these games as well. It's a big deal. It's a really freaking big deal. I wonder how it's all going to work out. So just to look at the studios they acquire: Treyarch, Raven, which I'm not sure what games Raven makes, to be honest. High Moon, Brenox, I haven't heard of these either. Sledgehammer, Infinity Ward, Demonware, and Toys for Bob, which is really interesting that they're acquiring Toys for Bob as well, because they're the people that made the Spyro remastered trilogy, and a few other remastered trilogies as well. So yeah, it's a big deal that they've gotten this. This article about to be a masterclass in PR formulation. Absolutely. That's why I've loaded up external sources as well, because we know Xbox is about to be like, this is a momentous occasion for everybody here at Microsoft. We have pulled off the biggest deal of all time, and it is because we have the biggest balls in the industry. Please bow down to us and never stop bowing down to us, because We rule over PlayStation, we rule over Sony, and you can stop being Sony ponies now. Now you come over to Xbox. You've been clowning on us since the Xbox One, talking about how it looks like a VCR. Well, now look, we've got your favorite games. Anyway. My man Bill Gates just wanted to download Candy Crush but accidentally bought the whole company. A company or two has to go, I would think, with this much monopoly. Yeah, the antitrust laws. I mean, if anyone doesn't know what an antitrust law is, it's a law that's put in place to make sure that a company can't have too much market share because it disincentivizes competition. Because if you are starting a new company, but you're going up against a company that already has 95% of like all the market, it's like you're never gonna win. You know, you're just gonna get acquired, and then suddenly you have a monopoly where one company owns an entire market. So it's crazy that this deal was even able to be pulled off. But that being said, obviously Sony has a bunch of their own studios, Nintendo has a bunch of their own studios, but it is crazy that, you know, it's really just becoming this big three: Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft. Not in terms of just the hardware, but the actual software as well. And, you know, at least we had Ubisoft, EA, Activision Blizzard. Now it's just getting more and more concentrated into these smaller groups. It's insane. It's insane. As a team, we are on a mission to extend the joy and community of gaming to everyone on the planet. We all know that gaming is the most vibrant and dynamic form of entertainment worldwide, and we've experienced the power of social connection and friendship that gaming makes possible. As we pursue that mission, it is incredibly exciting. I feel like I need some corporate music. I need some generic corporate music. As we pursue that mission, it is incredibly exciting to announce that Microsoft has agreed to acquire Activision Blizzard. Over many decades, the studios and teams that make up Activision Blizzard have earned vast wellsprings of joy. This is a bit too loud. Relax. Have earned vast wellsprings of joy and respect from billions of people all over the world. We are incredibly excited to have the chance to work with the amazing, talented, dedicated people across Activision Publishing, Blizzard Entertainment, Beenox, Demonware, Digital Legends, High Moon Studios, Infinity Ward, King, Major League Gaming, Radical Entertainment, Raven Software, Sledgehammer Games, Toys for Bob, Treyarch, and every team across Activision Blizzard. Until this transaction closes, Activision Blizzard and Microsoft Gaming will continue to operate independently. Once the deal is complete, the Activision Blizzard business will report to me as CEO, Microsoft Gaming. And of course, this is written by Phil Spencer, the CEO of Microsoft Gaming. Upon close, we will offer as many Activision Blizzard games as we can within Xbox Game Pass and PC Game Pass, with both of new titles and games from Activision Blizzard's incredible catalog. We also announced today that Game Pass has more than 25 million subscribers. As always, we look forward to continuing to add more value and more great games to Game Pass. The fantastic franchises across Activision Blizzard will also accelerate our plans for cloud gaming, allowing more people in more places around the world to participate in the Xbox community using phones, tablets, laptops, and other devices you already own. Activision Blizzard games are enjoyed on a variety of platforms, and we plan to continue to support those communities moving forward. As a company, Microsoft is committed to our journey for inclusion. The video is not over. Play the music again. It's not over. We are committed to our journey in every aspect of gaming. That sentence didn't make any sense because I read it wrong. Among both employees and players. We deeply value individual studio cultures. We also believe that creative success and autonomy go hand in hand with treating every person with dignity and respect. There's actually a very important reason he had to include that sentence. I don't know if you guys know what's been going on with Activision Blizzard, but I'm sure we'll get to that very soon. We hold all teams and all leaders to this commitment. We're looking forward to extending our culture of proactive inclusion to the great teams across Activision Blizzard. Around the world, there is no more exciting venue for fun and connection than video games. And there has never been a better time to play than right now. as we extend the joy and community of gaming to everyone. We look forward to welcoming all of our friends at Activision Blizzard to Microsoft Gaming. Thank you for listening. And then they're gonna have like the background dancers, you know, just like dancing in the background to the corporate music, like while Phil Spencer's giving his speech. Just, you know, spruce it up a bit, make it a bit more entertaining for them, you know what I mean? Just so that they have something in case they get a bit distracted, because listening to someone speak for too long can be a bit much. So you do want a little bit of, you know, a little bit of background dancing, but there we go. So via Bloomberg sources, Microsoft plans to keep making some of Activision's games for PlayStation consoles, but will also keep some content exclusive to Xbox. Yeah, so I mean, that's what I would expect. You know, that's what I would expect. Further from Phil Spencer on the exclusivity issue, I'll just say to players out there who are playing Activision Blizzard games on Sony's platform, it's not our intent to pull communities away from that platform, and we remained committed to that. Yeah, okay, sure. The deal comes after a turbulent to say the least, period for Activision Blizzard, following numerous reports of employee misconduct and toxic workplace conditions, and intense pressure on the company's hugely controversial boss, Bobby Kotick. For now, at least until that 2023 date, Kotick will stay in place, but Spencer did have this to say. Until this transaction closes, Activision Blizzard and Microsoft Gaming will continue to operate independently. Once the deal is complete, Activision Blizzard business will report to me as CEO of Microsoft Gaming. Yeah, we did read that. So yeah, I mean, obviously, Bobby Kotick has been going through a lot of controversy. I actually never fully read into what's happening at Activision Blizzard, but if it's anything like what typically happens at these companies, it's toxic work environments, overworking, you know, there's going to be, you know, I would expect that there's going to be like sexism in the workplace, harassment, like all kinds of rubbish stuff that typically happens within not just a lot of large companies, but gaming companies specifically as well. Obviously, Ubisoft had their stuff going on as well. I mean, it's not even that their stuff has stopped. It's just that like no one really talks about it that much unless there's like a new development. So yeah, this is like quite interesting that this deal is happening while he is still like the CEO of Activision Blizzard. So if he does end up leaving Activision Blizzard, he gets a monumental payday, like absolutely insane payday. Wouldn't there be overworking at most companies? So why is everyone looking at Activision only? I feel like every big company is like this. Well, I mean, yeah, obviously overworking happens at a lot of companies, but just because a bad thing happens at a lot of places doesn't mean you can't criticize one place in particular. But it's a lot more than overworking. Like, you know, there's so much going on. There's so much going on at Activision Blizzard. It's crazy. It's freaking crazy. One thing I always think about when I think of Bobby Kotick is how in the movie Moneyball, he played a rich baseball team owner who was like, you know, very money focused. And it's so funny because it's like he played himself in Moneyball. Like if I just pull up the part where he's in Moneyball, this is like him in Moneyball, the film with Brad Pitt and Jonah Hill. So I just find it so funny that like he played a money-hungry CEO in this film. In an investor call, Microsoft boss Satya Nadella echoed much of the above, saying that Activision had to continue to improve the lived experiences of employees, that progress required leaders who not only talk the talk but walk the walk, and that Microsoft knew it would have work to do after its acquisition was approved. As for game exclusivity, the main question which dogged Xbox through its acquisition of Bethesda, Spencer said the following: "Upon close, we will offer as many Activision Blizzard games as we can within Xbox Game Pass and PC Game Pass, new titles and games from Activision Blizzard's incredible catalog. We also announced today that Game Pass now has more than 25 million subscribers. As always, we look forward to continuing to add more value and more great games to Game Pass. The fantastic franchises across Activision Blizzard will also accelerate our plans for cloud gaming, allowing more people in more places around the world to participate in the Xbox community using phones, tablets, laptops, and other devices you already own." So they're going into the same area that, you know, the Stadia is trying to go into, that PlayStation is doing with PS Now, that Nvidia is doing with GeForce Now. Like, this could be the tipping point where Xbox really like comes back as a major player, because I feel like Xbox for a long time was just secondary to PlayStation. You know, during the 360 and PS3 days, Xbox was like the main console that people had, and then PS3 was a secondary console. But with PS4 and Xbox One, PS4 dominated, and then with PS5 and Xbox Series X, at least at the start, PS5 looked like it was dominating. But with this is a game changer, honestly. This is a major game changer. Secondary to the PC too, I would say. Yeah. Especially since they put a lot of their games on PC, so you didn't need an Xbox. And you still won't need an Xbox, but you know, you're still within the Microsoft ecosystem, because what do gaming PCs use? Windows. I've got some tweets from Jason Schreier. He's a reporter for Bloomberg. He does like gaming reporting at Bloomberg, and I thought he'd have some interesting things to say, so I just want to quickly see what he's saying here. I'm on vacation today, but if I were not, I would be calling up some antitrust experts, because Xbox buying Bethesda and now Activision sure seems like the type of horizontal merging that the Department of Justice frowns upon. Yeah, that's fair. An excerpt from Bobby Kotick's email to staff today. Transactions like these can take... I love how all of these CEOs' emails just get immediately leaked. Just immediately. Luma Vivo, thank you very much for the resub. I appreciate that. Saying Minecraft Steve in Call of Duty, let's go. I completely forgot Minecraft also is owned by Microsoft, which is crazy. Holy crap. Until we receive all necessary regulatory approvals and other customary closing conditions are satisfied, which we expect to be sometime in Microsoft's fiscal 2023 year ending June 30th, 2023, we will continue to operate completely autonomously. I will continue as our CEO with the same passion and enthusiasm I had when I began this amazing journey in 1991. Of course, this announcement will give rise to so many questions. We will host numerous forums and events to make certain we address your concerns. I'm incredibly proud of this company, you, and the work we've done together. It's so crazy, because literally, as he's doing this, his workers are protesting against him and calling for him to be removed from the company. And he's like, sorry, you know I have to do it. Of course, this announcement will give rise to so many questions. We will host numerous forums and events to make certain we address your concerns. I am incredibly proud of this company, you, and the work we have done together. Now it's on to our next chapter and the endless possibilities this transaction represents for us. I couldn't be more appreciative of your efforts, focus, and the dedication to connecting the world through joy and fun. With gratitude. And then I can assume after that it says, Bobby Kotick. While monopolies are undoubtedly bad news for the video game industry, this acquisition could have some positive effects on Blizzard, both culturally and strategically. Under Activision, every game had to be a billion-dollar franchise. Under Xbox, that will likely change. Bobby's ultimate goal, other than to get away with everything he did, was to turn Blizzard into another Activision studio cranking out yearly hits. Under Xbox, Blizzard may be able to regain some of its autonomy and fix some big problems. Maybe. Important to also note here that many of Blizzard's issues were entirely self-inflicted and had nothing to do with Activision, including sexual misconduct and discrimination. Right. Okay. I actually still need to read more into this situation, because I know generally about it, but I don't... What he said here about it being separate from Blizzard, I don't know anything about that. Do I think that games are going to remain non-exclusive? No, I mean, there are gonna be some games that won't come to PlayStation, you know? Of course there will be. For example, Halo is not coming to PlayStation. So while they've done this acquisition, you know, for series like Call of Duty, they're not gonna stop it from being on PlayStation. But there will be some perks to getting it on either the PC or the Xbox. So, you know, that's what I think is going to happen. And then if they develop new IP... It just died for 5 seconds? Okay, hopefully we're okay though. If they develop new IP, it will probably also not come to PlayStation. You know, that's just how it is. But for existing things that have been on PlayStation for a long time, I don't expect them to not put those on PlayStation anymore, you know? Because Call of Duty is such like a wide-reaching franchise, you know, I would just expect it to keep going, to be fair. Activision's response to its workers' burgeoning organization effort has been to ignore a strike and send out vaguely threatening emails suggesting that nobody joined the union. How will Microsoft respond to a workforce that's now newly energized to fight for a seat at the table? Some sentiments I've heard from Activision Blizzard employees today. Optimism about management changes and the positive culture at several Xbox-owned studios. Fury towards Microsoft for giving Bobby Kotick a big payday and soft exit. Determination to keep organizing. So, I mean, pretty monumental acquisition happening. Now, as far as like how will this kind of affect me as a gamer? As far as Activision Blizzard games, I mean, I don't play Call of Duty like that. I don't play Overwatch like that. I don't play World of Warcraft. It's more so gonna be a thing where I'm curious to see what happens, but no franchises I care about, you know, as a self-proclaimed Sony fanboy, are involved in this deal. So I'm just looking and seeing what happens, honestly. I'm just looking and seeing. You know, a really good example, Cuphead was exclusive to Xbox and PC. So I got it on PC. Where I may have gotten it on PlayStation otherwise, potentially. So yeah, like that's one thing where I'll probably end up getting more games on PC. But would I get an Xbox? I think as long as I have a PC, I won't need to be honest. Doesn't affect me either. Same with the Bethesda acquisition, right? Yeah. You know what? The Bethesda acquisition was a slightly bigger deal for me because of Arcane Studios. You know, Arcane was under Bethesda. I guess it's still under Bethesda. And I'm a big fan of, you know, the Dishonored franchise. I really liked Deathloop. So that's something I was like, oh, that's interesting. I get Xbox is basically something for people who don't want to go high for a PC. But even then, in the long haul, games are just cheaper on PC than Xbox too. Yeah, this is true. This is true. Like, if you can get a PC and put that together, then I think that that's the way to go. Personally, I think that's the way to go.